Guys, it's Noelle,
Bella,
Jaden,
and welcome to FCA on the Fly. This week we're talking with the upcoming high schoolers, and we also have a guest co-host today with us. We have with us today
Jackson McLean.
I'm not a guest, but Joseph Carroll, Jada Wynn,
Ariel Ruiz,
Sydney Montgomery,
Isabel Dunn,
Karis Parker,
Olivia Pockle. Okay, so we're gonna start off with a question. Are you guys excited for 9th grade?
Yes.
What makes you excited or not excited?
Well, I'm very irresponsible, so
Yes.
that's a very good thing to have for high school, isn't it?
I'm looking forward to being able to graduate later on, so another year makes it less.
Makes
it less time until you graduate, you know?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't
No
stay
school.
home. Yeah.
I mean, I'll get through it somehow, but I procrastinate a lot. But
Oh.
yeah.
So do most of the high schoolers now, so you have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I sleep in class.
I'll fit in right.
I sleep in class. But I never get caught, so I'm fine.
Okay, so do you guys want to start off your questions?
I was wondering if we would have the same people in each class or if there's going to be different people.
Well, there's a few classes that you're gonna have different people, and most of your classes are gonna be the same people, but it's more on.
It really depends on what course you take. So like, I have business, but don't some of y'all have your book.
Yeah, we have
That's why
your-
y'all-
We all three of us.
Yeah, and that's why y'all are doing the podcast. And then there's also another one that you'll have Miss Johnson as their third period, whatever the teaching class is. So it really just depends on what course you take.
Yeah, that's true. Who wants to say the next question?
I'll ask. Is there anything y'all think we should specifically prepare ourselves for? Mentally?
Sleep a lot. Sleep a lot. Trust me. You need it.
That's the hard part.
My bad.
It really is.
Think about
If
it.
you
have so
do
much
decide
work.
to procrastinate, just be prepared. Be prepared to make up for it a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, and especially if you're in theater, ask the teachers before they give out the work, and when you're about to miss, ask the teachers before, because I know from experience, procrastinating on asking the teachers about that, you get 30 things of work, especially homework. It's crazy.
You have Miss Engelking Latin 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's going to be a huge change jumping to Miss Sunday.
Yeah,
I heard that.
Okay, so in Miss Engelking, you guys have one quiz, but she's been trying to prepare you guys more. So in Miss Sunday, you'll have 3 quizzes for vocab.
Each vocab,
each vocab list. You'll have one each week, and then every 2-3 weeks we'll have the test.
So there's a lot of stuff.
Are they really hard?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The first quiz is kind of easy though.
I've
Well,
failed,
you're smart, Jaden.
and I've studied a lot.
I heard
At least from
that
experience,
y'all have to
it's
study a
kinda
lot.
Yeah, you have to
so-
study a lot, but specifically for that class.
So is that the hardest class?
Kinda, maybe. It's
Or
just
what would you say is the hardest class?
the hardest class.
Oh my gosh, probably Mr. Watkins, just because of the papers, because of the to be verbs.
What does he teach?
He
English
right?
English one.
What do you think, Jaden? The hardest class.
First class. I say Miss Brown and Miss Sunday because they just give too much work.
A lot of
It's
busy
just
work.
overwhelming
Mm-hmm.
for me. So.
I say it really just depends on what your strong suit is and what you're weak at. I mean, if you're really good at English, you're gonna excel in Mr. Watkins' class.
Yeah.
I was also wondering, do you get sorted on your level for each class? You know how some high schools, have the math year higher level.
Academic level.
Yeah.
Maybe you go up a year, because last year Max was gonna go up to Algebra 1, but then he was like, I don't want to do this, and went back to art class.
Yeah.
So I don't think
Average,
so.
you really don't.
Not really, and we usually get sorted up to different people in our class. Even if we have our personalities are completely different, we're in the same class. Well, most of us are.
So hypothetically speaking, what if I'm not good at any subject?
I'm not either, so good luck.
How bad?
I'm failing 3 classes.
Never mind.
So, who wants to say the next question? Just looking at each other. Do y'all want to hear? Do we?
Is there like more homework? Like, because middle school teachers, like, they don't really assign homework. So
Yeah, no, you get homework almost every class.
Aside from homework, do you think that you'd have work in class that you also need to finish at home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everything bunched up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's wrapped in a nice special package for you.
No, it's a very messy package.
It's
one of those
ways
presents
to-
with the glove coming out of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
the punch.
Yeah.
Would you have any ways for helping us rising 8th graders to organize our time better?
Don't ask me that because I only do my work in class, so that's why I'm failing.
I get lazy at home.
And ask one of these two because I don't think she does work at home either.
Actually, I do.
Really?
Yeah. It's the only way. It's the only way I have A's and B's. Okay, so what you want to try to do is that you have a lot of class time to work, but outside of class, you want to at least try to get something. And I know a lot of you have extracurriculars. So do I. I've done theater, 2 sports, and a bunch of stuff. So you have to manage your time well, like after practice or something. Or sometimes even during practice if you're on a break.
Or
try
on
to
the
get
way
something
to-
in. Or on the way to a game. Try to get something in to help. Or, yeah.
So not only will my grades be decreasing, but my anxiety will be rising.
Probably stress levels too.
Yeah.
It definitely makes it hard to do stuff. So I don't know. Study a lot. Just
Study.
trust me. There's a ton of tests almost every week.
I can't even
For-
do that now.
Just I study right before the test, especially because it's like you have it fresh in your brain.
Yeah. That's why I
Especially
do
if
mine.
like that class you don't do anything in, or like you have nothing to work on, then you're like, okay, I have time to study, and just study that whole thing.
Wait,
And
It's not all hardcore though, because
guys
there's some
study?
really chill teachers
Like
that
you.
barely give
Like
you
Miss
any
Smith?
work. Well, she's chill, but she still gives work.
Yeah.
But she'll help you through. Like you have a question, just ask her about it.
Then
She'll
you-
help you
Are
out.
most teachers like that? Do they help or?
Yeah, if you go up to them and put in the effort and ask. But if you're just there and don't ask anything, nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah.
it depends on the teacher, definitely depends.
So what specifically did you guys learn in Mr. Watkins' class?
Well, actually, this past 3 weeks we've been teaching the class about the book.
You'll spend majority of the year focusing on 2 different books, and one is the Iliad, the other is the Odyssey. Y'all probably gone over that with Miss Fleming before.
Miss
Madison.
Okay. And those books are really long. You're gonna have a lot of papers to write over them, and
I think we only had 2 papers this
I
year.
think we only did one.
Yeah, because he canceled.
No, we did 2 because
he
we had
canceled
the-
the other
You
one.
canceled this last one. We did a
Yeah.
presentation.
We were almost about to have like 3 or 4, but we only ended up doing 1 or 2.
Because of the testing and how timing is, like, it's
Yeah.
really bad.
It's like the Odyssey. That's like with this.
Homework.
I definitely think is it the Iliad we're reading right now, right?
No,
No, the
Odyssey.
Odyssey.
Odyssey. I can't think. I can't
You don't
think.
know what
We've-
book we're
we've-
reading?
I sleep in this class, okay? I sleep in this class.
We've been teaching it.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, but anyways, I definitely think the book we're reading now is more interesting, even though I sleep during it. I didn't fall asleep today, okay, guys?
Sure about that.
I'm progress. But,
Why are you guys clapping?
okay, but anybody else have any questions? Because
I was gonna ask, like, do y'all think y'all were prepared for, like, all the work and stuff that you are gonna get for high school?
no. Well, Dr. Gray, Dr. Gray a little bit, just because how many papers he gave us, but I think we have less papers now.
Dr. Gray.
Dr. Gray gave y'all papers?
Like, he would assign us, like, papers to write about thingy.
Yeah, the
An opera.
quarter-
An opera.
yeah, the quarter-
Oh, because y'all had them.
Yep.
Y'all had them when y'all were in 8th grade, but we don't have them this year.
Yeah.
We just had them starter.
I
Lucky.
Oh, wait a second.
y'all are so lucky.
We had to watch at least 7 operas.
Oh.
So, do you have any suggestions for what we could do during the summer to help us prepare?
I think honestly you should be fine.
Do
Because
you think we should like relax?
Miss yeah, try to relax. Miss Purtle, the way she teaches, it kind of helped me a lot with English. Math, Miss Kendall, at the moment we have her, but whenever we had Mr. Pirtle, it kind of helped because she explains all the basics before she goes into learning more, kind of.
Are you talking about Mr. Pirtle or Miss Kendall? I'm confused.
I said what she prepared us for whenever we had Mr.
Okay.
Pirtle.
I was like,
Okay, Miss Brown, Miss Peyton, that's who you guys have, right?
Yes.
She explains it too.
just you get a lot of work in there. Like she'll be like, you get this paper and we'll work on it all week, and then she'll be like, give you another paper the next day. So she's like, it's due till Friday, and like she'll do that with all the papers, and then you have like 5 papers due that Friday.
It's a lot of work, but it's all busy, easy work.
Sometimes she has catch-up days, though.
Yeah, that's like once a week she'll have a
Wait, which teacher are you talking about? I've
Miss
got
Brown.
Sorry, Miss Brown.
Oh, Miss Brown.
Yeah.
So that's
does
science.
Because
Biology, right?
Yes, biology.
yeah.
Do y'all miss Mr. Pirtle? Like,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because
He definitely
he
was
explained it a lot more.
and he helped
Yeah.
on that subject more. Because Miss Kendall has more basically busy work, and then Alex too added on.
I like Alex. I think it helps me a lot.
It helped me for the
Honestly,
STAR test,
yeah.
honestly.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Well,
what you were saying here.
During the STAR test,
I
we didn't get
hate
as many
Alex
difficult
so
questions.
We got asked the same. We didn't
thing.
really
Every
study.
time
We
in
didn't
her
really study
home.
in her class for the STAR test. So the only thing that we were doing to study was Alex.
So y'all had Miss Kendall all year though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was a
Yeah,
little bit
that's
different for
different.
us because half the year we had Mr. Purtle, which he taught his class really, really well.
Yeah.
And so it became to the point where his class was so much different than Alex, because what Miss Kendall does, she essentially lets Alex teach for her.
Yeah.
Not always, because she, stands in front of the class and works out warm-ups and stuff. But Mr. Pirtle was solely working out of the book and guiding you through every question.
Yeah.
So it was a little different going from Mr. Pirtle to Miss Kendall again, because we had Miss Kendall
For 8th grade.
Yeah, that's true. We were already prepared for her too, anyways.
Yeah.
But I definitely don't like it because I need more like teaching us, explaining it, like to dumb it down for me, because not great at school at all. But I definitely liked Mr. Pirtle more for his teaching, like how he taught. Are we gonna say our last
Yeah.
thing?
We could probably fit in
Yeah.
at least one more
Before
question.
we end, do you guys have any more questions?
How much would you say you've changed?
Like
Whoa,
improved,
whoa.
decreased? What do you mean?
Like,
Either way.
Either way? Okay.
You go first.
Okay.
You
Just
go
right there.
first.
Okay, I have done a little bit of both in a bunch of classes. So I've always been good in math, apparently, according to my grades. But this year it was a little bit of a struggle because of the change, because we had 2 different teachers. So it was a little wobbly, but since you guys will most likely have 1 teacher, I think you should be fine. English, Miss Pirtle prepared me so much. It used to be my worst subject, and now it's one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And so for Mr. Watkins, instead of like learning English, which you will do, but it's more of an introduction to philosophy, which I really enjoy that subject, so it improved me in that. Miss Fleming really prepares you for what history we have. Biology, it's going to be a big jump, but you'll get used to it after the first few weeks because she's going to start off slow and then it's going to build up more. But
Like go faster and work.
and then extracurriculars, it's just extracurriculars.
I definitely think I've grown with I have growth in math and in I definitely grown in math in like Mr. Watkins' class. I think I stayed in the middle. Miss Pirtle helped me a lot. History, I'm a little bit failing that because I forget to turn in stuff, but I don't know, it's like she's a chill teacher, but she's pretty good. Biology was a big jump, so I've been on the edge of failing, but I have not failed yet. So I definitely think it's gotten worse. But what about you, Jaden?
Yeah, to me, honestly, I think I haven't like grow in changing in grade wise, or academically, but it gave me much more of a different point of view on what high school was than what middle school was. So.
From an education standpoint, you're going to grow regardless of, you really shouldn't be worried about growing in your education, because that's going to happen regardless, because you're going to stay on top of your work, because everybody here I know is going to do pretty well. Maybe not Joseph, but everybody's going to do well. Really what I grew in was how I interact with people, and especially my time management. So you want to look out for those things going into the next grade. Don't worry about the word, just worry how you're interacting with people and how you're managing your time.
Yeah.
That does do a lot.
Yeah, it helps.
I don't manage time well. As you can tell, I've said I failed 3 classes now. But I'm getting that down. I'm failing Latin, and then math just because I'm not failing. I just can't turn in the stuff.
You sound so proud, failing 3 classes.
It's okay. It's only
way better
3
than
points.
last year.
It's only 3
It's way
points.
better than last year.
If I ever failed a class.
Talk to Zach.
I mean, honestly, if I failed a class, I'd be grounded for a very long time.
Same.
No,
But a big thing is who you surround yourself with and how you manage your time.
definitely like surround yourself with good people. But the last thing we're gonna say is, what's your advice for the upcoming 6th graders?
My
brother.
Be prepared for
My
this.
brother too.
Miss Ingleke's daughter.
Make sure you do Dr. Gray's study charts. I almost failed this class because of that.
Grant's failed this class because of
Don't
it.
wait till the last night to do your observations like I did because
Look out for the performances at TJC.
Mhm.
And
Did you guys actually have to go to those?
Yeah.
It's
we didn't have
It was
to.
a choice.
I
mean,
performed that
fine.
one, so I was perfectly fine.
You just got more credit for going
Was that,
live.
you could use that as one of your observations?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said I didn't have to do it because I was performing. It was so much fun because I was like free.
They're holding us down.
But anyways, thank you guys for being here with us today. This is FCA on the Fly. Bye.
Thanks for watching FCA on the Fly. Please subscribe and like if you enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions about high school, click the video on the right. If you want to watch the rest of the season, click the playlist on the left. Follow us on Spotify, FCA on the Fly, and Instagram, fca.eagles. And we will see y'all next time.